Yale researchers find link between cell phone radiation and thyroid cancer. A new study led by the Yale School of Public Health has found a link between cell phone radiation and thyroid cancer. People with specific genetic variations had a higher chance of developing thyroid cancer associated with cell phone radiation. The Yale researchers came to this conclusion after examining more than 900 people in Connecticut. The genetic variations they focused on are called single nucleotide polymorphisms, or SNPs, pronounced as SNPs. Those with SNPs and cell phones were likely to develop cancer of the thyroid. Thyroid cancer involves abnormal cell growth in the thyroid, a butterfly-shaped gland in the neck. The thyroid is in charge of the production of hormones regulating one's temperature, weight, blood pressure, and heart rate. Women are twice as likely to be diagnosed with thyroid cancer. The cancer is also often diagnosed at a young age, compared to other cancers. The researchers studied 176 genes and found that subjects with SNPs in 4 of the genes they studied were twice as likely to have thyroid cancer. They identified 10 SNPs that increased cell phone users' likelihood of developing thyroid cancer. They also based their findings on 2010 to 2011 data, when only a few people had smartphones. This means that the cell phones that increased the subject's risk of thyroid cancer were probably those of earlier generations. The Yale study was published in the journal Environmental Research. It is reportedly the very first study to explore genetic susceptibility and its influence on the link between cell phones and thyroid cancer. Yale Environmental Health Sciences professor Yawei Zhang, MD, PhD, said that the rates of thyroid cancer in many countries have been steadily increasing. The American Cancer Society has stated that the U.S. has seen over 53,000 new cases of thyroid cancer. This has led to over 2,100 deaths in the U.S. Because cell phones are now used for a variety of purposes, thanks to the rise of smartphones, the researchers call for further studies on the subject. Cell phones and smartphones send signals to cell towers using radiofrequency waves, a form of electromagnetic energy. High levels of these waves can heat up body tissues like a microwave does. However, cell phones do it at much lower levels. Other studies have not found a definite link between cell phone use and tumors because they were limited in their methods. Many of these studies were not able to follow subjects for a long period or focused on adults rather than children. Because new cell phones are constantly being developed, researchers also have a difficult time tracking the effects of just one kind of cell phone. Lastly, most studies rely on people's own memories of how often they use their cell phones. Their self-reports may not be reliable. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has identified radiofrequency fields as possibly carcinogenic to humans. However, it is still not clear if radiofrequency waves from cell phones are dangerous to humans. You can limit your exposure to radiofrequency waves by texting, using speaker mode or a cordless earpiece, and reducing the use of your cell phone.